Post says change is the wrong prescription. Medicare's prescription drug benefit, it's working for seniors.
Hello, I'm Colleen Needles, and this is Comcast Newsmakers, connecting you to the leaders in our community. Shaping the use of technology in our schools is a key factor to the future success of our education system. The University of Minnesota is at the forefront of this effort, and here to tell us more is Dr. Scott McLeod of the university's CASTLE program. Dr. McLeod, welcome to Newsmakers.
Thank you.
Let's start off. What does the acronym CASTLE stand for?
CASTLE stands for the UCEA Center for the Advanced Study of Technology, Leadership, and Education, which is a center running out of the College of Education and Human Development at the university.
And what is it designed for exactly?
We're really designed to prepare school leaders to survive and thrive in this new technological era that we're all living in.
Well, and it's something that, you know, all of us struggle with, whether we're teachers or work in business or what have you. I mean, it's changing so often. Is that part of the problem in schools keeping up with it? Absolutely.
I think that we're seeing that, you know, schools are not used to having to change as quickly as they are being expected to now, because the technology has just driven the pace of change so fast in the last couple of decades. And so just like corporations are struggling to adapt, schools, which typically have fewer resources and are less nimble than sort of corporations, are also struggling to sort of make that happen.
And it's so critically important today because when those students get out into the workforce, they're really expected to be proficient or literate in how all of that new technology works.
Absolutely. I think we're seeing a shift in terms of the expectations of students and workers in the new economy. And we need people who can collaborate, who can communicate effectively, who can be creative problem solvers, and who can use technology to do all that, because often they're interacting and solving problems with people all over the globe. Or they're reacting to competition from other parts of the world. And I think if you look at the kind of skills that traditionally schools have addressed, they don't look much like that.
No, they don't. Now, we often joke about it that our children know more about the new technologies than we do. And I would suspect a lot of kids come to school knowing more about technology than perhaps that teacher or that school knows. But there's still more for them to learn, right?
Absolutely. What we're seeing is that kids are very skilled technologically. They can use the mouse and they can navigate the internet, and they're not afraid to pick up the new tools. But what they don't really have is experience or wisdom or judgment. They're not able to discern between information sources and choose which one is appropriate. Those are the kind of things that we can ground them in. So creating spaces and opportunities where the kids can tap into their natural enthusiasm and energy behind technology, but use it for educationally appropriate ways.
So tell us more about the struggle, you know, to find the most efficient ways to introduce technology into the schools.
Yeah. I think that right now schools are trying to figure out how do they adjust to the data-driven accountability needs of the No Child Left Behind Act. And they're focused a lot on sort of basic skills, what we would call basic skills, which are really skills that were needed for the old economy. And in this new technology suffused, globally interconnected economy, it's a whole new set of skills that we need kids and workers to have. And so sort of restructuring our entire teaching paradigm and the way we do school so that we can prepare kids who can go out and be successful in this new globally interconnected world is a challenge.
You aim your focus at school leaders. Why is that?
Because without the leaders, nothing happens in schools or any other organization. Bottom-up change is very difficult because the leaders are the ones that allocate resources, they assign personnel, they redirect funds, they create a vision, you know, all the things that good leaders do to drive organizations forward. So unless the principals and superintendents get it, it's just not going to happen in our school systems.
And added to that, I think just the sheer pace of the technological changes, I'm sure, complicates their mission as well, because there's, you know, with budgets, there's so much, you know, to stay on top of. It's an interesting topic. It's very, very important. As a parent, I certainly relate to it, and we appreciate you coming in and sharing it with us.
Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you, Dr. Scott McLeod. And to learn more about CASTLE at the U of M, go to schooltechleadership.org. schooltechleadership.org. And that's going to do it for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. If you have comments, please write us at Comcast, 10 River Park Plaza, St. Paul 55107.
You know you should.